Miller. Put out by Robertson, now it's Brown. McCall. Play by McCall. Robertson, a long one for Laudrup to chase. It's not a bad ball either. Great pace from Laudrup. Still it's Laudrup. That must be a penalty. It is. The referee doesn't hesitate. Great play by Laudrup. Well, Charlie said just a moment ago this man would have to produce a piece of magic. He did that. Tremendous pace, then skill, taken right out of the play. And Hugh Dallas had no hesitation in pointing to the spot. And it's Gascoigne who's going to take this one. He's scored 11 goals so far this season. This could be a vital one in the run-in for this championship. Big job in hand here for Michael Watt. So Gascoigne gets ready now to take the spot kick. And brilliantly scored by Paul Gascoigne. A brilliant strike by the Rangers midfielder. 32 minutes gone here at Pittodrie. It's Aberdeen now, Rangers 1, Paul Gascoigne won the penalty spot.
Well, it was all about the magic of Laudrup. The great ball from David Robertson. I think it was Brian Urban who got back to challenge Laudrup. Probably felt a bit hard done by because he took a ball, but you can't tackle from behind in the game now. And Gascoigne, great penalty, just very cool, stuck in the corner. It just shows you the true value of Laudrup. He doesn't always have to be in the game, but as soon as he can turn up and do skills like that, you know, that's what they all want to come and see. And it was a tremendous piece of skill.
It was a great ball through initially from David Robertson, holding it down that left-hand side. There's Gascoigne again, that should really fire him up now. And Rangers have the throw. Craig Moore. It's through now for Charlie Miller. A great touch by him. It's Ferguson. And the touch away there by Watt. Still Rangers have it though through David Robertson. And that's a late challenge by McCall. And he's been called over by the referee. Catching Scott Booth there. Well, that was a delightful touch there by Charlie Miller. And Ian Ferguson floating that one across. Michael Watt managed to claw it away from David Robertson. So there was a word of warning there for Stuart McCall. But the referee now is going over towards the dugouts. As Scott Booth gets back to his feet. And the referee now having a word with Roy Aitken. I only imagine that tempers are getting a bit frayed over there at the Aberdeen bench. They've lost their skipper and now they've lost a goal. So Aberdeen with a lot to do here. John Brown digs in, but that's a free kick to Rangers. And Walter Smith will be a much happier man now. This one down track side. And it could be as important a goal as Rangers have scored this season. And no matter what you say about Paul Gascoigne, when it matters, he comes up trump.
Yeah, I mean, 5 minutes before the penalty. And I don't particularly agree with that booking if it's just on the merit of that he makes an issue or a sign to the referee. I've seen so many players do that many times and get away with it. He'll get a ticking off. But he looked down, he looked as if he needed something to really get him going again. And I think probably that is partly the reason why he stepped up to take the penalty.
Well, certainly supporters appreciate him. But here's a break on for Rangers now. A wee bit of slackness there. It's picked up by Charlie Miller. In comes McCall. But just failed to get to that one. There's no doubt that that was a huge blow to Aberdeen. We're losing Stuart McKimmie, who has, I understand, a twisted knee. Let's hope from their point of view it's not too serious as they chase third place in the league, and of course they're still very much involved in the Scottish Cup. been a real turnaround in Aberdeen's fortunes since this time last year when they were fighting relegation. That was always, of course, a false position for them, but nonetheless, they had to battle through, and they did so in spectacular style, and they're back as trophy winners again. There's another slack one, this time it's Irvine, and Aberdeen certainly can't afford to give the ball away to the likes of Laudrup, and here's Gascoigne, and so close, but that would have been a self-inflicted wound by Aberdeen. Brian Irvine giving the ball away to Laudrup of all people, and then it was Gascoigne with the outside of the foot there, trying to steer it into the far corner, and so close.
Yeah, it was a simple mistake from Brian Irvine. Just gave it away, easy pass to Laudrup, not Gascoigne in. He's actually trying to flick it rather than put power in it. Just wide, fortunately enough for Aberdeen.
This is Stephen Glass. Ferguson did just enough there, and it's cleared by Petrich. Gary Smith. Down by Moore, but promptly given away. Now it's Joe Miller trying to find Billy Dodds, but it was McLaren who made the interception. So Rangers throw, I think the referee blinded by the sunlight there. Couldn't quite see what was going on. It's Charlie Miller to Brown. Forward now for Robertson, who began the Rangers move towards the goal. He is pushing through again. Now it's Ian Ferguson who's going through a power of work. Switch of play by Stuart McCall, trying to find Moore. Again, a bit of slackness by Aberdeen, allowing Laudrup to pick up possession. And he's looking very much in the mood now. Defensively, Aberdeen have lost a fair bit of their confidence since McKinney went off, and the goal has done a power of good for Rangers. Well, the linesman's flag has gone up below us. The referee has spotted it. He's taking it down again as play continues.
Rangers at this point in the match in control, making their passes and making Aberdeen do the work. I think Roy Aitken will be quite upset. They have missed McKinney, there's no doubt about that. He'll be upset in the fact that Michael Oates hardly had anything to do. They won nothing down, and now Rangers are dictating the pace. He'll be upset with that.
So the ball is behind for the corner. Chance here for Aberdeen to do something. Played shot. Lead off by Miller. Ferguson, who emerges with possession, just overhit that one towards Laudrup. It was 1-on-1 there. Laudrup charging in on Gary Smith. There's a bit of activity over at the Rangers bench at the moment. I just wonder if they're contemplating some change. Again, it's Laudrup coming forward. Booth. Well, Roy Aitken, I think, was in two minds whether to go in and kick that there. But the break's on again here. It's Laudrup trying to chip it over the goalkeeper. And that was a real opportunity to perhaps finish it all off, even in this first half. Michael Watt came towards him, and you'd have put the mortgage on Laudrup, flipping that one over him.
Great pass from him. You'd anticipate Laudrup would have took it, probably just now, where he delayed it just a bit.
Gascoigne trying one there from the edge of the area. But there has been some slackness in the Aberdeen defence. There's something that Roy Aitken will have to try and sort out at the interval. Rangers.
It's mainly down his right-hand side. The Aberdeen right-hand side is being caught. They're both going in a wide position. He's getting caught. Robertson's just running off him, and Laudrup's now getting in on the left-hand side also. So they need to really put some cover in that area.
4 minutes left in this first half here at Pittodrie. Rangers lead Aberdeen by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne penalty after 32 minutes. And Aberdeen breaking now through Joe Miller. Chased all the way by Stuart McCall. That's thumped away by McLaren. A wise thing to do in such a situation. McLaren has been playing top team football since the age of 17, now 25 years of age. And he's settled well into the heart of that Rangers defence. Hugely experienced player now. So we're just waiting on a replacement ball. Somebody's got a souvenir. The match can now restart with the throw, taken by Stephen Glass. So just under 3 minutes of the first half left now, as Aberdeen trying to get themselves back into this match. This is Windus. Windus dropping into a deeper role this afternoon. He's been playing up front recently, but he's happier in midfield. Filling in the area that Ian Jess had occupied. Different type of player, mind you. A lovely touch there by Laudrup. Returned by Irvine. That's out for the throw to Rangers. Well, Rangers will be happy now, I suspect, just to get through the last few minutes of this first half. Carry the lead with them to the dressing room. Certainly they've had chances to extend the lead. When this man's in the ball, anything is liable to happen. It's a nice touch by him again. Looking out Craig Moore. Charlie Miller starts to run on the far side. Still it's Moore. Supported by McCall. Through now for Laudrup. Still it's Laudrup. Twisting and turning there, doing well again, getting the corner kick. With just a couple of minutes of the first half left. Fans making their customary salute in the direction of Laudrup, again showing great close control and winning the corner kick. Out to Gascoigne. Picked up now by Billy Dodds. Once again. Pass there from Booth, who runs in support, but that's a free kick against Gordon Petrich. Over inside the final 60 seconds, plus there will be some time added on for the injury to Stuart McKimmie, who was taken off the field fairly quickly. So Irvine has moved forward to the edge of the area. It's played in his direction. He gets a touch in that one. It's away though by McCall. This is Gary Smith. Swept through now by Stephen Glass. Away by Brown. Well, Charlie, your overall impressions of this first half?
Well, it's been a scrappy half. I think as soon as McKimmie got stretchered off, they were always going to have a problem with their system, Aberdeen, and Rangers have took advantage. Laudrup began to open them up. Gascoigne penalty. And Rangers are now in control of this game. So Aberdeen have got a lot of work to do in the second half.
Of course, Dodds had an excellent chance before that. He was clear through and goal and sent the ball wide. And since the goal, Rangers have certainly made a few opportunities. So perhaps one last chance here for Aberdeen. Rangers defence looking none too clever. Tumbles to the ground and the referee steps in and he's awarding it Aberdeen's way. Not too happy about that decision, but free kick it is to Aberdeen. And they'll go whistle, so applause got up from the Rangers fans. There's the hero of the first half, Paul Gascoigne, after 32 minutes from the penalty spot, giving Rangers a lead after Laudrup had been fouled by Ryan Irvine. The half-time score here at Pittodrie is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1.
Yeah, so a tough old first half there. Rangers leading 1-0, as Jerry says. We'll take a short break now, but join us in a couple of minutes for half-time comment from the panel.
It's in the mix, 96. 36 of the largest dance tunes. Over 2 hours of continuous dance mixes. The hottest hits in the mix. Master mixes of the best dance tunes. Get in the mix, 96.
Back in 1835, NPI started out helping a few people put something by for the future. Our reputation spread. Now, 160 years on, with assets of over £7 billion, pensions are still our speciality. Because at NPI, we think the fundamental things apply. As time goes by, you'll be glad you chose NPI.
Just tell us what it was you saw.
Well, just starting to close up for the night, I guess, and all of a sudden these real bright lights just seem to come out of nowhere. Man, it's moving fast. Hey, Martha!
Your son videoed it, didn't he?
Yeah, he's real smart.
Martha was out in the kitchen, and I started hollering, come here, look at this.
What's the matter, honey?
What is that?
I can't say for sure what it was.
Lights were so bright.
I can't see hardly.
Then it just came on in there, as close to me as you are right now.
What do you think it was?
Um,
Did it have any markings or anything?
It had this kind of little symbol, kind of
Like a-
W.
like a V, W.
Let's go!
Zero 345 300 111 over.
It's here, Shine 4. 21 blazing indie hits with Cast, Ocean Colour Scene, Pulp and Skunk Anansie. Shine 4 has Blur, Radiohead, Echo Belly, Supergrass, Gene, Menswear, Paul Weller and Oasis. Shine 4, out now on CD and cassette.
Well, welcome back. It's 1-0 Rangers up at Pittodrie. Trevor, what do you make of it? Now, was it a penalty kick? Laudrup on the charge and down he came.
It certainly looked like a penalty kick. As we sat here, I thought, yes, that's definitely a penalty. And it was a bit inconclusive, I felt.
Oh, well, that's not it.
That's completely different.
We'll come to it.
But it wasn't completely conclusive that Irvine had got a touch to the ball, or it was just a contact with Brian Laudrup's foot. But just to look at it first time, yes, it was a penalty.
I mean, without getting too technical about it, Jim, obviously, Laudrup's got one thing in mind here. There he is. He's bearing down now. Hugh Dallas was right about that.
I would say so, Jim. Yeah, I would say so.
He's very close to the action there, Jim.
Yeah.
You can see him, so he's no doubts about it. And as we say, Trevor was saying, you know, we could split hairs about it and see it rerun and then serve and maybe go a touch, but the ref's got to make that split-second decision.
And as we constantly say, Jim, a referee's only got one chance here to get it right.
That's right. And the other thing to remember, of course, in all of this is that it's not necessarily important just that you make contact with the ball. It's what you do in the process of making contact. I'm not saying that Laudrup that Irvine actually played the ball. It's not perhaps clear from the pictures, but I would say on balance it was a penalty, and I think Hugh was right to give it.
Sure. Charlie Miller is a player I know you respect a lot, Alec, and he's looked lively, combining well with Ian Ferguson during the first half.
He's a tremendous little player, and you see the skill and its imagination. Charlie's full of that, and he was linked really well with Ian Ferguson there. Fergie's tried a chip, come short. Don't really know what he's tried.
I think this was a period in the game where Rangers had just scored and the confidence had gone up, and Aberdeen had the bit of the early play, if you like, but the penalty incident changed things.
Gascoigne took the penalty beautifully, Trevor, and of course he's constantly involved. Straight after that, he came so close to make it 2-0 for Rangers.
That's right. Again, his confidence will be good with putting away the penalty so well. And what I like about this, he actually takes that shot very early. He doesn't let the goalkeeper set himself.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a sign of a natural finisher.
On the move, Trevor, there, isn't he? Yeah, he's seen him on the move and he's trying to stab it past him.
Yeah, just a toe poke it, really. Yeah. What about his booking then, Jim? Sorry, I'm not dwelling on these sort of incidents because you're here, Jim. But what about it now? Well, was Dallas right to book him?
I think, Jim, that Hugh booked Gascoigne for an outburst of dissent. You'll see from the picture, perhaps, that he wasn't happy with a previous challenge.
Yeah.
And he gave vent to that by shouting at Hugh, and you can see the arm raised. It was a sort of petulant. And instructions are instructions.
Would you have booked him?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was an outburst of dissent that had to be dealt with.
Yeah. Okay. And then, well, McCall, of course, is a live wire. He's involved throughout the first 45 minutes. Now he puts in some pretty hefty tackles now and again, but and he doesn't get booked.
No.
But, I suppose that's right, is it?
I think, on balance, my interpretation of that one was simply that Hugh looked at it closely. And I think it was all about intent. I don't think that Stuart necessarily deliberately set out to commit a foul there. He was arguably a bit reckless.
But he didn't yap, and that's the difference.
Well, no, he didn't yap, but I don't think there was any real intent
in
the challenge. I think Hugh decided, having seen it, that it wasn't a deliberate foul, and foul as it was.
Of course. And he acted accordingly there, okay. All right, well, we'll take another short break now, but join us again for the second half of Aberdeen against Rangers, live from Pittodrie.
Starting this week, enter the legal world of Cabinet QC, only with the Telegraph. Study the evidence, match it to your game card, then consider the verdict. Will you or will you not be the winner of £10,000? Take part. Take the Telegraph tomorrow.
Don't Stop, the brand new album from Status Quo. 15 classic tracks in the unmistakable style of the Quo. Including Fun, 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 featuring the Beach Boys. On Status Quo's 30th anniversary album, Don't Stop, out now on CD, cassette and video.
I thought I should get into shape to tell you about the gorgeous course of sport, so I insisted on coming to this luxurious health farm. Well, I'm not paying. And after 40 hours of open nail surgery and a lot of massage, I'm feeling good. So, right arm up and point to spoiler. Right arm down to body-colored bumpers. And for the posterior, sit on sports seat and stretch to sunroof. Phew. Am I perspiring?
Miss Wax, time for your colonic irrigation.
More like time to test this sporty engine.
The new Corsa Sport from Vauxhall. The small car with a big personality.
Face it, no other razor shaves closer, or with more comfort than Gillette Sensor XL. Soft microfilms that protect your skin, and individually spring-mounted twin blades that adjust to your face. No other razor feels more comfortable during your shave, or leaves your face smoother after Gillette Sensor XL. And try Gillette Series Shave Gel. There's no better shave gel. Gillette, the best a man can get.
For a motor insurance policy paid by instalments, interest-free, call General Accident Direct on 0800 121 000 tomorrow.
I'm about to make a very big commitment in my life. Things are going to be different. What, you found your wallet then? I'm having to stick the car in the paper.
No one's going to buy it.
You might as well wrap it in paper. I'm going to get in a steak car.
You have nice sign, Norman, no mates in the front.
You just know when the time is right. I want to just go for it. But what's the reason, man? Because I love her. A nice one.
Discover the secret of Atlantis, new from Lynx.
And welcome back. Well, the teams are out for the second half at Pittodrie. It's 1-0 Rangers. Let's rejoin Jerry McNee. Jerry.
Welcome back to Pittodrie, everyone. And both teams, as you can see, back on the field. And a quick look around shows no changes, no further changes, as Rangers get the second half underway. So an interesting change that by Aberdeen, Charlie, when they lost Stuart McKimmie, the centre on an attacker. I mean, they've got Ingles on the bench. The manager obviously knows the fitness of his players better than any of us, but an interesting change.
It was an interesting change, mainly for the fact that Rangers at times can have 4 or 5 midfield players. And I think I said earlier in the first half, it's all about wide positions today when you're playing against those systems. And I think ideally Roy would like to go in a 4-2-4 formation with Booth and Miller on the left-hand side now, to try and stretch Rangers, and I think that's what they'll be looking for this half.
So we're told that Paul Gascoigne didn't bother to sit down at all during the interval. He was further warming up in the tunnel, so he's obviously well jagged up for this one. But it is a hugely important afternoon for Rangers, with Celtic breathing down their necks for the first time in years. Celtic having an excellent win at Parkhead yesterday against Partick Thistle, and also doing their goal difference some good. That could be a significant factor as well in the remaining games of the season. Rangers at 15 goals better off than Celtic at the moment, including today's goal. And there's absolutely no doubt about it, Charlie, that Rangers over these past number of years have proved themselves a big occasion team. When it comes to games like this, they tend to come up trumps.
Undoubtedly. I mean, we start the afternoon by seeing a Rangers team when you think it's quite a defensive setup, but it does suit some of the players. It suits Gascoigne today because he's getting a bit more room, and it's suiting Loudon to be free. But they do it every time you need a big result. Rangers tend to come up with it.
So what have Aberdeen got to show us in this second half? Certainly a fair bit out of their game when they lost their skipper, but no doubt Roy Aitken is getting well wound up. Joe Miller, who worked so hard in the first half, goes in a decent run. Craig Moore, I don't think knew too much about that, but just kept the ball in play. But not this time, and Aberdeen have to throw just in a line with the penalty area. It's quickly taken through, looking for Dodds. And that's fine now for the goal kick to Rangers. Well, Rangers took 7 of the 12 points against the Dons last season, and this season they're ahead again, having taken 4 out of possible 6. Although Aberdeen did beat them in the League Cup semi-final. And I mentioned earlier that there's another game to come between the clubs. And that 4th league meeting will come at Ibrox on April the 27th, the second last day of the league season. Certainly the way things have been going, they could go right to the wire. Celtic keep pulling Rangers back. There was an 8-point gap at the turn of the year because Celtic had a few games postponed. They managed to claw that back and got themselves right back into contention again.
I think a significant game in that Celtic run was actually here at Pittodrie. We did the game live. Celtic had a great victory here, and they've really been on a good run since then.
And there's a great shot going in, and a tremendous save by Andy Gorham. And that's running for the corner. Dean Windass coming so close. That's a lot of power. Andy Gorham making an excellent save. That should raise the hopes and the spirits of Aberdeen. Down there, he's had a tremendous scoring run since joining the club just a few months ago. 7 goals in 13 games, and coming so close to another one there. Gorham commits himself and picks up it easily in the end. Here's Laudrup coming through, and it's Brian Grant to nick it away from him. Just a little flash of genius from that man in the first half, and that's what opened the door for Rangers to take the lead. They got from the penalty kick, which was converted by Paul Gascoigne. So a free kick to Aberdeen, just on the edge of their own area. Of course, next week Rangers travel to Edinburgh, to Easter Road to face Aberdeen, and we'll also be bringing you that match live on Scottish television. So 2 big Sundays for Rangers, and of course there's a little added pressure on Celtic on the Saturday to keep up their run as well. But it does make such a difference after so many years of Rangers just romping away with the championship. There is a real challenge this time around. So Rangers fans there are quite sure they'd settle for this scoreline. Rangers leading by 1-0.
Oh, undoubtedly, I think the worry about the game today is if Aberdeen are to get even a draw out of this match, then it would give Celtic an opportunity next Saturday to go at the top of the league on their own merit, and then the pressure really does get great. I mean, it becomes real hindrance stuff then. But you know, if as long as Rangers keep winning, then the problems are that bit easier.
And after a shaky start, they're certainly looking their side. Get their confidence back. That's deflected there off the back of David Robertson. A shot going on to me and Ferguson. And that might just have caught the goalkeeper. And just get the merest touch there off the back of David Robertson.